Welcome back to Bitcoin Advisors. My name is Chris, bringing it to you here from a late afternoon on a Monday from Westlake Village, California, where we look at Bitcoin's price action, traditional markets like NASDAQ, S&P 500. We look at gold, silver, the dollar. We cover a few of our favorite altcoins, but the main focus is Bitcoin. Now, it's been a while, and I'm doing something a little different today as we just received confirmation that a macro low has been put in. And I'm going to repeat it. A macro low has been put in. And we actually got the confirmation back on August 7th. It was my birthday, and I actually traveled a little bit, went down to Wall Street to take a look at the good old bull balls. Anyways, here's a little picture for you guys. But I figured I'd make this video. It's a little late coming in, but I figured it's better, late than never, right? So now we're going to have some very good areas to be keeping an eye on. I'll get into that in a bit. But so how do we know a macro low's been put in? Well, it's not a guarantee, but we know we have been covering this on my channel for the last few months. There are three things we needed to see or identify for a macro low to be put in. The first thing was a higher low on the daily time frame, which is right there. Second thing is the BBWP gets to an 80% read, which I'll get to that in a minute. And the third thing, the most promising thing, is the blue buy signal on the hash ribbons indicator. Now, every time we've seen a capitulation signal, which we did see, there has never been a new all-time high printed. I repeat, there has never, ever, ever been a new all-time high printed ever before this indicator has flashed a blue buy signal. And you can go take a look at this yourself, backdate it. But we just got that blue buy signal. Now, when did we get it? On August 7th here. I was in New York. And then the second question is, okay, when do we get our next higher low on the daily time frame? And I'll just zoom in a little bit for you guys here. So this right here at 38,400, that is the first higher low on a daily time frame. Now, we also get a higher high here, and that's the first thing you want to see for a trend reversal, right? So we got a higher high, and then we got a higher low, and it's really, really important to understand trend and, what is an uptrend when price is making higher lows and higher highs? What is a downtrend when price is making lower highs and lower lows? Why is trend important? Well, look at this trend here. We had, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. Oh, we got the first lower low on the daily time frame. We got a lower high, trend reversal, right? Lower low, lower high. How do we know that was most likely going to be game over time? Well, trend reversal. But the third thing, and I'll jump onto my primary charts here, is that we wanted to see the BBWP to get up to an 80% read. And I mean, we got it right to the tick, right in an 80% read. And, now we have all the ingredients for this macro low. Never in the history of Bitcoin have these indicators printed and Bitcoin not made new all-time highs. So now you can call me Chris, run with bulls, get out the horns. Now, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button here if you are having a little fun on this journey here. But I do want to make it clear I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice. I wouldn't listen to anybody on the internet who starts to talk about running with bulls and moons. But, I couldn't possibly know what your financial position is or your goals are, because this is a one-way conversation, and all I can do is show you what I'm looking at and share my experience. But here again, here's what I'm excited about. Never in the history of Bitcoin has... Never in the history of Bitcoin have these signals fired off and we not come back. We've never come back and broke the last daily, the prior daily higher low, which is right here at 38,000. So the only way this idea gets destroyed is if Bitcoin does close another daily back down below 38,000. But there's another indicator I wanted to point out here to you is it's called the golden cross or the death cross, but I'm just going to leave a couple moving averages on here, take a few off, clear a few things off so it looks a little clearer. Bear with me just a second. So again, this is that first higher low on the daily at 38,000. That was the higher high at 41,000, or call it 42,000. We got the trend reversal there. And what's likely to happen with trends? Well, the name of the game is the trend is your friend till the end of the trend. But we use some of these indicators in confluence with each other to get an idea of where this market is going. And this other indicator I'm talking about is the green 55-day moving average and the purple 200 simple moving average. And this is a 21 exponential in case you're wondering. But it's called the golden cross or the death cross. And when we get the green 55 crossing to the upside of the purple 200, that is known as a golden cross. And likewise, that would be a death cross right there. So what did I want to point out here is that the last time we had a golden cross, I'll start with this one, was here, May of 2020. May of 2020, Bitcoin was at 8,000, went straight to 60,000. What does a move from 8 to 60,000 look like? Well, if you measure this out from top to bottom, that is a, oh, it's not showing me the, gosh, I can't see it, but it's right at the top there. It's more than a 400. Okay, 583% gain in the last 12 months. Not bad for Bitcoin on the last golden cross. Okay, the time before that was April 2019. Back here, Bitcoin it ran from 5,000 to 13,000. Time before that, this was a big one. Prior to that was October 2015. Bitcoin was $267. And we skyrocketed all the way to $20,000. Now the first golden cross, I'll jump on a Bitstamp. In the history of Bitcoin, the first golden cross goes all the way back here. It goes back a long ways. Where's that first golden cross? Bitcoin is at $5. It ran all the way to $1,100, right? Never getting a death cross. That was a 22,000% increase. Not too bad. So that being said, how would I manage my risk on this macro investment at this point? I can buy Bitcoin here if I really wanted to at 50,000. And I'm going to put this back on it. I'm going to zoom in a little more. Here we go. I want you guys to be able to see this. So I could buy Bitcoin at 50,000 and, the downside risk at 38,000, right? So that's a 24% loss in an asset that's done 200% a year, every year for the last decade. I'll personally take those odds. Why? Where else can you get that kind of return, right? Bitcoin is a 100% volatile asset. Invest at your own risk, tolerance, diversify, never put all your eggs in one basket, but come up with a plan. If you don't have one, talk to somebody. You can click on the link in the description below and get our free crypto investor guide or set up a TradingView account and start following these indicators for free. Thanks. Hope you all have a blessed day. Take care.